Stone Garrett stepping into the plate. The crowd raising to their feet on the 1-1 pitch. And Garrett drives one to deep left field. It is hurling around the foul pole and it is gone. Stone Garrett with a 3-run walk-off homer. Are you kidding me? That ball left the stadium in a hurry. The Nationals storm out of the dugout as they have won it 10-7.
Moments like that are why rebuilding teams keep believing. But for the Washington Nationals, every big moment comes with a bigger question. Was the decision that led here the right one? The first sign of the Nationals' future came at the Futures game. Two prospects represented Washington, second baseman Travis Bazzana and their top pitching prospect, Ken Turner.
Bazzana at the plate. Pitch. Deep right field. Going, and that ball is out of here.
A home run, 3 RBIs, and player of the game. Ken Turner, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. The future ace was looking ready. The Nationals followed that momentum into the draft, and they made one thing clear. They were building pitching depth. With their first pick, they selected starting pitcher Antonio Perez. Then, closer Johnny Chappelle. Another starter in the 3rd round, Kevin Thompson. Roger Gilboni, Shane Irvine, and finally, in the 6th, a reliever, Jimmy Norton. 6 picks, 4 starting pitchers, 2 bullpen arms, an entire class built around pitching. As the deadline approached, the Nationals hovered around contention, but the board made a bold decision. 3 players were sent to Milwaukee: Ernie Clement, Juan Yepez, and catcher Keibert Ruiz. In return, 18-year-old prospect Ray Pineda came in. A massive gamble, but one that the organization fully believed in. Nationals also acquired Nolan Jones, but the price was pitching prospect Travis Sikora. In a sea of abundant pitching prospects, one was shipped away.
10th inning, and Jacob Young is on first base, dancing the pitch. Ground ball over to shortstop and through. The throw home is not in time. Safe. The Nationals walked it off.
A glimpse of what this team could become. Down on the farm, the system was showing real progress. AAA finished the season 78-72, and AA dominated their division at 82-56. But their postseason run ended in the Eastern League Championship Series. And when the Major League season finally ended, the Nationals finished exactly where they started: 500, 81 wins, 81 losses. The first 500 season of the rebuild, but still no playoffs. The front office believed that time had come to push forward. The coaching staff was finally overhauled. With a couple coaches leaving already, the remaining 2 were fired, and a new staff was built, one given full competence from ownership. And the Nationals spent money. They went out and got Casey Mize, Rhys Hoskins, Adolis Garcia, and former All-Star catcher JT Realmuto. But the biggest move shocked everyone. Dylan Cruz was traded to Seattle. Washington received Glover and Zambrano, 2 more big-time pitching prospects. The rebuild was evolving. More difficult moves followed, as arbitration was not kind. Parker over $10 million, Gore over $19 million, Irvin $4 million, Gray $9.5 million, Miller $2.9 million. Adams, for a backup catcher, $1.74 million. Garcia, $9 million. Nunez, $4.4 million. Nolan Jones, the new acquisition, almost $9 million. And Alex Call, a guy who has bounced up and down between the majors and the minors, $2.7 million. Moves had to be made. Josiah Gray was traded, and later, Chaparro, Riley Adams, and Alex Call were all sent to Colorado for another starting pitcher, Josh Watley. You may remember Watley was in the first draft and under consideration of being taken ahead of our ace Ken Turner. Spring training did not go well. The Nationals finished 9 wins and 17 losses. But spring records rarely tell the full story.
Opening day in Cincinnati. James Wood is going to line one and a run will score. Rhys Hoskins up at the plate, and he singles another RBI to come home. Adolis Garcia hits a double into the gap. That one will score another runner.
The Nats killed it on opening day. They won 5-1. But most of the earlier season brought frustration.
2 on, 1 away for JT Realmuto. And he puts the ball in play over to third base. That's going to get thrown onto second and again onto first. And the inning is over. And the Marlins have walked it off.
You could feel that one coming. Washington had chances earlier in the game, but they couldn't cash them in.
It's up to Nolan Jones here in St. Louis. Down 1 with 2 out, and he lifts one out to left field, and that is a lazy fly ball, and it is caught. The Cardinals have escaped.
That's the story of the National season right there. So many opportunities, and just not enough timely hitting.
Missed opportunities, games that could have changed the season slipping away.
Now the Nationals find themselves in another tight one with Houston leading 7-6 late. One of the best closers in baseball on the mound in Jock Hader, and stepping into the batter's box is James Wood.
This is the matchup you dream about as a baseball fan. One of the most electric young hitters in the game against one of the nastiest closers alive.
Wood rips it into right field. That ball screaming down the line, and Nunez is flying around third. He is going to score easily, and Wood is digging for second with an RBI double.
That swing right there is why the Nationals believe James Wood could be the cornerstone of this franchise.
Nationals now threatening. Hader struggling to find the zone. The pitch gets away. It's a wild pitch. Wood is breaking for third. The throw down. He is out of there.
Oh man, that's a killer. You love the aggressiveness, but it takes the tying run out of scoring position.
JT Realmuto now. He hits one over to second base, and it is thrown off the bag. He's safe, and the Nationals are still alive. Realmuto going to take off for second now. Going to try to chuck it to second base, and he's out of there. He's gunned him down at second.
The Nationals are just base running themselves out of this inning.
Adolis Garcia now at the plate. Hader deals. And it is cracked out the right field. That one is going deep. Back towards the warning track. Still going and caught.
The rally fades, and Houston escapes.
This rubber match is getting good as Josh Hader on the mound once again trying to take 2 out of 3 here.
You talk about high-pressure situations. Hader has seen a lot of them in this series.
2 runners in scoring position, 2 out. Ray Pineda at the plate, the rookie trying to keep the Nationals alive. Here comes the pitch. It is a laser into center field. That is going to get down, and a run will score. The Nationals pull within 1 with runners on the corners.
An absolutely fearless swing from a young player.
And Houston's seen enough. Hader's coming out of the game. It will be Ian Giball entering from the bullpen.
Gaball's been lights out this year. An ERA barely above 0, but he's a little more vulnerable against right-handed hitters, and that's exactly what Washington has coming up.
Stone Garrett stepping into the plate. The crowd raising to their feet on the 1-1 pitch. And Garrett drives one to deep left field. It is hurling around the foul pole, and it is gone. Stone Garrett with a 3-run walk-off homer.
Are you kidding me? That ball left the stadium in a hurry.
The Nationals storm out of the dugout as they have won it 10-7.
A moment of pure electricity, and a reminder that even struggling teams can deliver unforgettable nights.
Another tight game here. Nationals and Rangers pitches duel all afternoon. Texas leads 1-0 in the ninth with 2 out. Hoskins at the plate. And he singles it to right. The Nationals are going to load the bases.
Here we go again. Washington's got a real chance to steal this one.
Ray Pineda stepping in. The rookie's already delivered big earlier this month. And the 1-2 pitch is a fly ball to center field. Routine play. Runners going to tag from third base and go home. And he is thrown out at the plate. Wood gets thrown out for a game-ending double play.
An incredible defensive play ends it, and the Nationals fall in this game 1-0.
And before you knew it, another draft arrived. With the 16th overall pick, the Nationals selected Jason Fegan, ranked number 2 overall prospect in the entire draft class. Washington just couldn't pass up the value. In the second round, Washington doubled down on bullpen arms, selecting closer Willie O'Rourke, a surprising move considering they had already drafted and traded for multiple closers. In the third round, they took right fielder James Yan, a raw prospect, but one with enormous upside. The fourth round, it was catcher Victor Cabrera. With several catchers leaving the organization, the Nationals needed to rebuild depth behind that plate. In the fifth, right fielder Geronimo Castro, a long shot prospect, but the last player the scouting department believed still had major league potential. And in the sixth, it was 18-year-old pitcher Cesar Hidalgo, a true lottery ticket. He could flame out in 3 years or become one of the best pitchers in the system. At the All-Star break, only one National received the call, JT Realmuto, despite hitting just .212. Ken Turner once again took the mound in the Futures game, but the National League lost 9-2. The Nationals faced a difficult reality. Their record was 51-58, fourth place in the NL East, 12.5 games back, and 8.5 games back of the wild card, worse than a season ago. And now, the rebuild reaches its most important moment. Mackenzie Gore, 28 years old, he's got a 3.58 ERA, and one of the most important pitchers on the roster. But there's a problem. He's an impending free agent, and an expensive one. The Nationals must decide, do they extend him? He wants 5 years and more than $24 million per season. Do they keep him the rest of the season and accept the compensatory draft pick when he leaves to another organization? Or do they trade him now and bring back pieces for now or the future? Here are the offers. The Dodgers have offered first baseman Adam Couch and veteran reliever Dustin May. The Angels have offered a young first baseman, Johnny Lawrence, and a shocking name, future Hall of Famer, Mike Trout, in his old age. And the Brewers offering as well, shortstop prospect Jefferson Rojas, a position the Nationals could admittedly use, and closer prospect Kevin Brubaker, yet another closer. Mackenzie Gore isn't the only decision facing the Nationals. Second baseman Luis Garcia is also approaching free agency. And unlike Gore, he won't generate a compensatory draft pick. So the Nationals must decide, do they extend him? He wants 5 years and over $13 million per season? Or do they trade him to a division rival? The Atlanta Braves want him the most. The Nationals tried to accelerate the rebuild. They spent money. They added veterans. They believed that this team could finally break through and make the postseason. But now, they stand at a crossroads. Push forward or start again? And that decision belongs to the board.